It's your boy ShowtimeDr. We got pad notes, and here they are. So let's go over it here. Everybody get hype. Paladin of Protection Lionel. For some reason, when I did the what's it called? The data mine video, all the really hardcore PvP people were like, well, I don't understand why people are excited about Lionel. David's where it's at, boys. David. So we'll get into both heroes. I don't understand why people can't just be happy for other people being excited. And we got new costumes. Woo! Well, I don't know where it all is, but also the Britain dungeon's gonna be available, guys, and it's gonna have half off drop rate up, so one of the last things I'm looking forward to doing in this game. Get my Britain 666. So let's get into David first. I got about 6 paragraphs between 3 comments of people going, how come you don't like David? David is this, David is that. I didn't say I don't like David, I said I like other characters more, but here we go. Increase light allies critical strike chance by 30%. Solid leadership. Trick card. Damage 100% one target, 35% chance to brand, 30% for 2 turns. Illusionist is second on a 2-turn cooldown. Penetration damage, 120% one target, 70% chance to cast Optical Illusion to guarantee the target's attacks will miss for a turn. Inflicts penetration damage equal to 120% of attack to enemies adjacent to the target. So on a 2-turn cooldown, he's going to basically be able to make at least 1 person miss per turn. Because it didn't seem like it was a cone effect the way that they phrased it. Even though the damage is a cone effect, but Optical Illusion isn't. But, who knows. You never know how they word stuff. So. And then, let's see here. 3, Presto Changeo, inflict 300% one attack, 1 target, 80% chance to cast Optical Illusion for a turn. Inflicts 50% additional damage if the target is a hybrid type. So a hybrid killer, something like that in Kali would be pretty devastating. You know, guarantees a miss if Optical Illusion procs. So it starts at 80%, so I'm guessing unless they just don't move the coefficient up, you can eventually get it to 100% if you skill it up, but we'll see. Showtime. 80% chance to cast Optical Illusion on the enemy with the first turn for a turn. So the enemy, the very first enemy, so like Aemon, I guess, at the start of the wave. But that's funny, because Aemon doesn't have to hit you to get his effects on you. Maybe that's the way it is. 100% chance to cast Veil of Phantasm on the caster for a turn every time Optical Illusion is cast. So, a little bit of survivability there. Magic, sorcery, level 60 passive. 50% chance to remove 1 buff when attacking, 80% chance to remove all buffs if the target is hybrid type. Increase all allies' attack by 40% for 1 turn when the caster tries to remove enemy buffs. So there's a lot of things going on in this. Pretty much, he has a good chance of removing buffs, but if it is a hybrid type, he has a chance to remove all their buffs versus 1 of their buffs when he attacks. And increase allies' attack by 40% when the caster tries to remove an enemy buff. So I'm guessing that's just whenever it procs, that last part. So that's pretty solid for a 60 passive. So overall, he does a lot of things that are basically, they amp damage, and they amp a little bit of survivability as well. So PvP people, they love him. PvE people, because you know that shit's not going to work on like raid bosses. Like Veil will work, Optical Illusion won't work. So everyone in PvE went meh. Everyone in PvP went, dude, seriously? That's like the best hero ever. So, alright, now let's get into Lionel. And once again, I'll have links to the the character previews on the Mobirum YouTube for you guys in the show notes. Leadership. Paladin of the Duchy. Increase fire allies max HP by 30%. That is significant right there. That's pretty solid. As if fire did not have enough HP. Earth Strike. Inflicts damage equal to 100% of attack to one target. 40% chance to taunt for 1 turn. Oh, for those who are wondering, David was a SSR attack type, and this is an SSR defense type. Fire. So on his 1 damage, 100% one target, 40% chance to taunt for a turn, 40% chance to increase target's elemental disadvantages by 20% for a turn. That'll be pretty good, especially for PvE. The elemental disadvantages. The problem is, as we all know, the enemy takes their turn so fast that a 1-turn debuff generally doesn't matter because, like, let's say you land that on someone like Kali, then like the next turn, you know, maybe Rue's not going to inflict a ton of damage, and then Kali takes her turn, and that's that for the debuff, so it'd be nicer to see that go to like 2 turns, hopefully, when you skill it up, but let's read the rest of the skills here. Blessing of the Goddess on a 3-turn cooldown. Grants a shield to all allies equal to 30% of max HP for 2 turns, so he's basically taking the Sid role there. Cast Goddess Grace on the caster and the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns. Alright, we'll get into Goddess Grace later. Goddess's Grace. Prepare to Strike. 4-turn cooldown. That's pretty short for a 3. Grants strike preparation to all allies to guarantee the next attack will be a critical strike for a turn. Grants focus power to increase damage dealt by single target attacks by 35% for 2 turns. That's pretty strong. Not only are you getting a free crit for everybody, but you're going to get focus powers, so all your single target attacks are going to hit 35% harder for 2 turns. That's pretty legit. On a 4-turn cooldown too. And his basic passive, restore the HP of allies with Goddess Grace by 20% at the start of the turn. So there's your Goddess Grace for you. Decrease all allies' damage taken from quintuple target attacks by 50% for 2 turns at the start of the wave. So this guy's probably going to be one of the people that's going to be instrumental in countering Curse meta team in PvP. He doesn't do anything about the debuffs, but he gives you more health, he gives you a shield, he makes you take less damage from 5 target attacks, and he's healing as well, and he provides you with a little bit of an offensive kick as well. Sing me a song, you're the piano man. And then his 60 passive, revive all allies with 20% HP and reset the caster's skill 2 cooldown by consuming Goddess Grace at the end of the current turn when attacked by a quintuple target attack once per battle. Increase counter strike chance by 50% if the caster has Goddess Grace. So there you go, even if someone like Britain wipes your team, you get back up anyways 1 time. So that's another hard counter to the... Because usually Curse meta teams, they're all about that first turn. And then after that, they pretty much don't have anything. So if you can get someone to help you stay alive through it, that's pretty solid. So PvE, this guy's going to be pretty solid. PvP, he'll have his uses. So that should be pretty good. And then we got new costumes. So let's get into the costumes here. Spooky Succubus Esna. I already checked it because I was recording a video and the mic was off. GG. That's just 7%. To me, if she's gonna be a succubus, you know, you need more boobage, but whatever. Hashtag gender roles. And we got another Cynthia costume. Cynthia's costume is exactly the same as her first one. It's just passive 7% stat buff and three of the rune things you put in it. Now, Spooky Cat Lifa, what's funny about this, they didn't fucking translate it. But I remember enough from my my video on... Oh, they finally translated it. That was funny. When I recorded this earlier, they didn't translate it. Alright, cool. So, here's what her costume's gonna do. I'll just highlight the changes, because those of you that know how Lifa works. Pretty much it looks like her penetration damage on her 1 goes to 30% of attack if she's has Wild Intuition. Wild Intuition is going to be a self buff that the costume's going to provide. And then her 2 basically makes it, or excuse me, her 3, because her 2 remains unchanged because it's already so good. Her 3 basically goes down to a cooldown of 5 at level 6. Oh, never mind, I think that was normal. Let's see here. 300%. Stun. 25% additional damage if caster has Wild Intuition. Well, that's basically the same thing. So I guess that doesn't change much. Her passive, the big highlight is instead of getting 40% attack buff, she has 50% attack buff at the start of the wave. And then Wild Intuition increases critical strike chance by 30%. If you know how Leafa works, every time she crits, she multis, so she can actually put out a good chunk of damage. It's kind of like a semi-support, semi-DPS. Even has some tanking in there. Restores the caster's HP by 50% when Resolve's activated. I heard that they buffed her Resolve. Oh yeah, there it is. It removes all debuffs from her now. So that's pretty good. And then her Resolve also goes up on, I believe the heal goes up on both party members next to her. So that's cool. And at least they preserved her feminine look. Because they've been doing too many lollies in this game. It's nice to have a grown-ass fucking woman. All these like little girls that are doing like millions of damage. And like I said, the Britain event's up. Besides all the achievement awards for like leveling the new characters and stuff, there is for doing guild battle, or not guild battle, guild dungeon. One guild dungeon is one of the event quests where you get 10 crystals a day. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so here's gonna be... I'll give my quick thoughts on the banners, too. Guild Dungeon and Boss Dungeon, so... easy enough to do both, pretty quick. Alright, so your banner units, Lionel, I went over, I think he's going to be solid for PvE. Definitely an upgrade to Electra, although that's not saying much. But, you know, if you're running a full fire team, he'll do you good in some of the advents probably that are coming up later on for like another wind advent or whatever. Because I heard there's one coming soon. Eamon, does anyone not know what Eamon does by now? He's broken, he's dumb. He ruins PvP, he's annoying, but I use him, so. Ashley, single target. Eamon's really good, by the way, you should get him. Ashley, single target DPS, probably one of the best dark DPSs in the Grant game, especially for PvE. Very solid, has Ebon Wounds, which if you happen to purchase the Morgan costume, they both benefit from. And just a really solid hero overall, pretty good. Puts out a lot of damage. Jacqueline is a wind, I believe she's hybrid. She punishes you for having debuffs. She deals additional damage if you have debuffs, and also if you are incapacitated in any way, such as stun or charm or whatever. She will take extra swings at you, because when you end your turn, she takes basically her 1 at you. If you can't end your turn, either defending or doing an ability. So, kind of an underrated hero. You know, not someone to like go crazy trying to pull for, but she's pretty solid. And then David's gonna be solid probably for PvP. PvE, because you know his debuff Optical Illusion, that's not gonna work on most things worth a damn in PvE. But, you know, he does put up that what's it called? I forget the stupid... Well, the thing that basically, the shield that makes you dodge, he puts that up. Leaf is solid. Probably one of the best total supports in the game. Has a really good buff. She can taunt in a pinch. Has stun on her ult. And then if you get her costume, she's got even more. Not a huge healer. She does have resolve though. Isabel, no one gives a fuck about Isabel, unfortunately. It's just too bad for her. There's just too many good light heroes. She doesn't have a niche. If any of you guys have managed to make Isabel work, let me know. I'd be interested in hearing that. Karen, top tier water support. Her 2 is basically borderline broken because she can, it's on a 2-turn cooldown. She can haste whoever the hell she wants with a pretty good heal. And then if your team's in trouble, her turn comes quicker, basically next turn, and she can just use her 3 and cleanse all debuffs and put out a pretty fat heal. So she's pretty solid. Wish I had one. But there you go, guys. So that's my quick thoughts on the banners. When all this officially comes out, I'll do a review. But I had a guy, he got upset at me during my last banner review because he's like, this video was over 50 minutes and all you did was read the skills. I was like, no, duh, I'm reading skills. Oh my god. Amazing. You get information from reading. Wow. Yeah, he wanted me to do like an ESPN snap cut, you know, highlight reel of all the heroes. Guys, I don't have all the heroes, okay? I don't pay money to play this game. And, you know, if you want, like, Hollywood studio YouTube content, this isn't the channel for you. So, I told that guy basically to fuck off. I'm like, I got limited time to do this shit, so... You won't maybe sitting there for hours editing film and shit. That's not what I'm gonna do right now. Maybe when I move and stuff, I'll have more time for that, but I'm in the middle of life right now. So, but unfortunately, this is gonna be another double banner, so I'm gonna try to get through at least the heroes I know as quickly as possible. And yeah, that'll be it, so be looking for that. Mobirum woke me up at 2 AM for this. Yay! Have a good day, guys. Peace.